Winter, 1944, Eastern Front. Temperature, -20 Celsius. A soldier sits in a frozen trench. No heater, no stove, no light. But he has one thing: a metal can, some wax, a piece of string. He lights it. For the next 8 hours, that tiny flame gives him 3 things: light to see, heat to survive, and fire to cook. 1 candle, 3 functions. This is the trench candle, and it saved millions of lives. Hi, I'm Cal. This is Grid Zero, where old military tech becomes survival knowledge. If you want to see more forgotten technology that actually works, hit subscribe. Today, the trench candle, a World War II innovation that turns a tin can and wax into a multi-tool: light, heat, cooking. Soldiers on every front used them. They called them different names, but the function was the same: survival in a can. World War II wasn't just fought with bullets, it was fought in frozen trenches, in mud, in darkness. Soldiers faced temperatures that dropped to -30. Their boots froze to their feet. Water turned to ice in their canteens. Standard military heaters were rare. Wood was scarce. Fires gave away positions. Hypothermia killed as many men as combat in some units. They needed heat, light, a way to warm food, but they had almost nothing, so they improvised. The trench candle wasn't invented by engineers. It was invented by soldiers with empty ration cans and leftover wax. The design is simple. Take a metal can, any size, place metal washers or bottle caps inside, pour in melted wax, paraffin or animal fat, insert a wick in the center, light it. The wax burns slowly. The metal can contains the heat. The flame sits at the top surface. You now have 3 tools in one. Americans called them foxhole candles. Germans called them Grablicht. Soviets called them okopniki, but every army used them because they worked. Function 1. Light. The flame provides enough illumination to read maps, clean weapons, or write letters home. It doesn't waste light in all directions like a regular candle. The can focuses the glow upward, efficient, controlled, and it lasts. 1 can could burn for 6 to 10 hours on a single fill. Function 2. Heat. Hold your hands above the flame. The concentrated heat warms them in seconds. In an enclosed dugout or foxhole, 1 candle can raise the temperature by 5 to 10 degrees. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're at -20, that's the difference between frostbite and survival. Soldiers also dried gloves, socks, and bandages over the flame. Small heat, big impact. Function 3. Cooking. Place a metal cup or pot directly on the can. The flame heats the metal. The metal heats your food or water. Soldiers boiled water for tea, warmed rations, melted snow for drinking water. Surface temperature, 200 to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to cook, hot enough to boil. 1 candle, 3 survival functions. You can make one in 5 minutes. Materials: a metal can, wax or paraffin, cotton string for a wick. Step 1. Place metal washers or small lids in the bottom of a can for stability. Step 2. Melt wax and pour it into the can. Leave space at the top. Step 3. Insert a wick in the center before the wax hardens. Step 4. Let it cool. Light it when needed. Cost: under $5. Burn time: 6 to 10 hours per fill. After the war, electric heaters became standard. Flashlights, portable stoves. We split 1 tool into 3 devices. Each one depends on batteries or electricity. The trench candle never needed either. It's been sitting in history books, waiting for the moment when electricity isn't guaranteed. That moment is closer than most people think. When the grid goes down, your heater stops, your flashlight dies, your stove is useless. The trench candle keeps working. You can make one this weekend. Test it. See what soldiers knew 80 years ago. Because forgotten doesn't mean obsolete. This is Grid Zero.